it's Heather, Chef Mommy. I am so happy to be here with you today. It's been a minute since I've been with you, but I've been busy being a mommy and on the road, singing, traveling with my sisters. But now I'm home and I'm back and I'm excited about what we're going to do today. I've been on the internet a bunch watching and looking for recipes. I'm always combing through books to see what I can alter to make for my kids. So what I'm going to make today is something that all of us loves. It is pizza, and I want to give a shout out to the person who I found it on the hotforfoodblog.com, and I kind of changed the recipe just a little bit, but all the recipes on there look really yummy. This one involves jackfruit again, and this time I went to get some jackfruit in a can. That you want the young jackfruit that's in a brine, but I checked out the can for the sodium and I might as well shoot myself in the head. 660 milligrams of sodium. No way, Jose. So I opted to find some fresh jackfruit. I've never done it or never used it before, but obviously what I found was one that was more ripe than it should be. So it had a lot of, it looks like this. So I had to pick this out because it's not gonna have that stringy texture. But it tastes really good. It's actually sweet. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like juicy fruit gum. It does. So I'm actually gonna find a way to eat this because it's yummy and it's totally something that you can eat. Obviously, duh, right? But there was a couple pieces on it, and this is what I'm gonna use, and I am going to saute it a little bit. I'm gonna make a homemade pizza. Well, semi-homemade, because I went to the grocery store and I picked up from Whole Foods, because this is all about my kids eating things that are safe, and they can eat the pizza at Whole Foods when I give them really great direction about not getting any real cheese on my kids' pizza, or even in the area where they're making it. So you can buy the pizza dough by itself. So save myself some time today, and I picked up the pizza dough and I'm going to use that, and we're gonna make a jackfruit pizza with kale and with a garlic sauce on top. I know you've had like barbecue pizzas before and you've seen them, and so I'm hoping that this one will be something that you will love and that your kids will love. I'm hoping my kids will love it too. So we're gonna make it together today, and I am going to tell you what you're doing. I know many of you have been asking me about posting the recipe. I am going to post the recipe. I know for those of you who are watching via YouTube, I do these videos myself and I'm really not that good at it. So bear with me and always check out my Facebook page. I'm Heather Martin on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram, and I will do my best to try and post the recipes or tell you where I found the recipe so that you can try and make it or your own version of it in your kitchen, because you are indeed a chef mommy. Okay, so I'm gonna just finish taking the rest of this, the pieces that are not ripe. That's what I'm gonna use, the stringy pieces, to make the barbecue part that goes on the jackfruit. And after I do that, I'll show you how we're gonna make the sauce, and we're just popping in the oven, and voila, we'll have some barbecue pizza, jackfruit pizza. See you in a second. Hey, so I'm back. I'm going to saute my jackfruit a little bit. I'm trying to resist the urge to put onions in this, but remember, this is gonna be a topping for pizza, so I don't wanna really have my kids be like, ew. So what I'm gonna do instead is put some onion powder and garlic powder, because I still want it to taste like a meat or taste like something. Since I did not buy it in a can already brined, it probably would have saved me a lot of trouble. But I'm just gonna saute it a little bit. Maybe I should have boiled it, but hey, you live and you learn, and I'll see how it comes out this time. But for you, if you don't care about the salt intake, but for me, I really care, because high blood pressure is an issue for me and for my family, and things that are issues for you end up being issues for your kids. So just be careful with what you feed them, because you don't want them to, sometimes they inherit things from their parents, and you don't want to foster bad habits and stuff. So anyways, I am going to saute this jackfruit, and I am gonna try, this is my attempt to make it a little bit softer. And I don't know what this is gonna do to it. This is just my idea. Uh-oh. Man, I kind of want to keep it in the pan. I'm losing it. And I don't really have that much because I told you when I got this jackfruit, it wasn't young and green. It was like ready to eat and ripe. So that's a big tip. You don't want to, when you're going to buy it, you don't want to get one that is ripe because it will not be stringy like this, okay? There was only a little bit left of this stringy deliciousness. So I am hoping, I probably should have boiled this. That's what my intuition is telling me. But today I was impatient. So if you buy this in a can, maybe you can find one in a can that doesn't have that much salt. That was too much salt. It scared me. Very salty, but I guess that's what they have to do to preserve it. All right, so I'm gonna saute it up and just see if I can get it softer. And I'm gonna put a little bit of salt to my taste. And I'm gonna put about 1/4 a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And oh, that smells so good. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. Onion powder. Oh my gosh, that smells so great. And I'm gonna put a little bit of chili powder because remember we're gonna barbecue this in a second here. About 1/4 a teaspoon of this too. And then I'm gonna keep on sauteing it. Oh my goodness, that smoked paprika is the joint. It smells delicious. So this is raw, and I'm just gonna taste with it. Yeah, I think I should have boiled it, folks. So if you use the kind in the can, it'll definitely be a shortcut. But I will not be defeated today. What I'm gonna do is add a little bit of water to this pan. And I am going to try and boil it. And because there was no salt, and this was fresh jackfruit, it had really no taste to it, okay? So you're gonna have to really season it up. But I'm gonna do that and let it, see if we can get it to be a little bit softer and more meat-like texture. And I'm gonna cover it while it boils. I'm gonna cover it for a little bit and see if we can make it softer. And after I do that, I'm gonna just add some barbecue sauce to it and it'll be ready to put on my pizza. The next thing I'm gonna do is I took a whole garlic and I just cut it straight down the middle in half. And now I'm going to make a sauce out of this garlic, but I am waiting on my cauliflower. So on the hotforfoodblog.com, they used cashews, and of course we can't do that because they would kill my kids. Cashews are one of their allergens. Nuts we don't do in this house. So I decided that I'm gonna sub the cashews for my favorite vegetable of the year, da-da-da, cauliflower. So I'm gonna try and make some sauce out of cauliflower and roasted garlic. Really, it's roasted cauliflower and roasted garlic. And I'm gonna put it all in my blender with a little bit of water. And I am going to make a wonderful garlic sauce. It's gonna go on the bottom of my pizza. And then I'm gonna put my barbecue jackfruit, and I'm gonna put some kale on there. And it sounds like it might not be good, but I think it's gonna taste delicious, okay? All right, so stick with me in a few seconds. I know this is a long video today, but hang in there. Hey guys, so I'm back and I am ready to make my garlic sauce. So I took one whole garlic, see? And I cut it in half, and I put some olive oil on it, and I roasted it at 425 for about maybe 30 minutes. And now I'm gonna just take out this part. Take out the middle. You don't want the Let me do one at a time, that might be easier. I'm gonna take them all out into my blender. And it was hard for me because I love garlic. It was hard for me not to eat them all before I could show you. I roasted 2 of them just because I really like garlic. And the first ones that I roasted, I thought I roasted them too much. I didn't want them to taste burned. I definitely want them to be roasted, but not burned. So I just took all the middle pieces out. Don't get the shell, of course. You just want the middle, yummy, delicious garlic. All right, so now I'm gonna do the other half. Uh-oh, I got one in there with the peeling on it. Take it out. Yummy! So good. Garlic is so good for you. It's probably something that you should try and consume on a daily basis. Now, will your boyfriend or spouse be happy about it? Maybe not. You may smell like hamburgers all the time. Or you might walk next to somebody and people get hungry. Like, what's cooking? But guess what? You may not get a cold or any of that stuff because garlic has superpowers, okay? All right. So now I squeeze some lemon juice. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 1, 2. And remember I told you I kind of loosely adapted this recipe on somebody else's recipe. This is a half cup of water. Boom. And I am going to I roasted some cauliflower. I roasted a whole one because I really like cauliflower, but you probably have some left over. Maybe use half of it and I'll eat the rest. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt, not too much. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic, even though there's garlic in there. I'm gonna put, full mouth. 1/4 a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This stuff is so yummy. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper, and I like to use cayenne pepper because my mother always told me that black pepper does not dissolve in the stomach. Your stomach cannot dissolve and your body does not dissolve black pepper. Even though I love the taste of it, I try and use it sparingly, especially for my kids, because I want them to actually dissolve their food. All right, so now let's see if this makes us a yummy sauce. I'm gonna blend it until it's smooth. I'll be back. Guys, so I'm gonna mess with the dough a little bit. I've cleaned my surface off, and now I'm gonna put some flour down so that the dough doesn't stick. And I bought this dough from Whole Foods because it's safe for my kids. It's already made. It'll save me a step of having to make some dough. See? Comes fresh like that. And I am just now going to make sure I don't have any other green food on my hands. I'm gonna kind of take some of the air out of it, like so. You can kind of see some of the bubbles popping up. I'm not really a pizza person. This is kind of new for me, but usually I just go to Whole Foods and get them. And sometimes if we make them at home, we buy the dough that's already cooked, really. You have to know all the secrets and the tricks to getting around it and being able to do it for your kids. Amy's Pizza, by the way, makes a very good pizza that my kids happen to not be allergic to, and it's has Daiya cheese, and it's a margarita cheese pizza, and it is yummy. Check it if your kids have allergies. See if it works for you. Don't take my word for it. You've got to read it and make sure that it's good for you. Okay. So now that I've gotten some of the bubbles out of it, I'm gonna go and get my roller. And I'm just gonna put some, and I'm gonna roll it out. like so. Yesterday, oh my goodness, I have to. Yesterday I made the best dessert ever. I'm really always afraid of making like, breads and pie crust and stuff, but I have to say that I made an apple galette, and you can see the pictures on my Instagram page or on my Facebook page. And it was amazing. So I am going to have to make it with you guys. This is not, I know, I'm sure my sisters used to work at Domino's when we were growing up, and they used to be back there slinging the dough and stuff, but I really wanted to get thinner, and it's not working out for my good right now. So I'm gonna keep rolling it out, guys, and I'm gonna put it on my pan. I have a wooden one, and if you have a stone one, you should probably mix a little bit of cornmeal in with your flour. But I'm gonna keep rolling it until it's thin enough, because I think this will taste good if it's thin, and that's what the recipe said too. So just trying to follow it. I probably could have halved this and made 2, but until I get it, rolled out a little bit, I'll show you once I have it on the pan. Okay, guys? All right, be back in a second again. Okay, guys, so I'm back, and I finally got my jackfruit. It worked. I put it in some water, and I had to boil it down, and then I added a couple more seasonings to it, and I put some store-bought barbecue sauce on it, and now this is what the cauliflower garlic sauce looks like, and you can see it's on my pizza. And now I am just forking up some of this delicious jackfruit over the pizza. And my pizza didn't turn out exactly round, but that's okay. It's still gonna be pizza, hey. So I am going to put this in the oven for about 8 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and add some more toppings to it, just to let it bake a little bit for 4 minutes. The other toppings I'm gonna put on it afterwards. And see how this barbecue pizza is going to shape up. And I will be tasting it with my mom before the kids get home to see if it is absolutely yummy. I may have put too much jackfruit on this one pizza, but it tastes so good that I couldn't resist. All right? Okay. I'm gonna stick it in the oven. I'll show you. 8 minutes. Okay, while that's baking in the oven, I'm gonna work on my kale, because it's gonna be the next topping I add to it. All I did was sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice on it and some salt to make it get a little bit softer. And then I'm going to pop this on the pizza, and I'm gonna also add some scallions, because I love an oniony kind of tasting pizza. I like onion on anything. Let's just be real with it. Onion and garlic makes everything better. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the pizza after it's baked for 8 minutes. And this was probably the equivalent of a handful of kale, and I just kind of chopped it up and made it smaller. Or if you're using leaves, you can use one leaf and take the hard part out of the middle off, and then just chop up the leafy part, all right? That's all you do for this. And if you don't like kale, then shame on you. But if you don't like kale, you can leave it off and maybe substitute it for a vegetable or something that you do like. But hey, this is a new day. Hope you like kale. All right, see you in a few seconds.